It's locked, all right.
Can we call now?
It's all a bloody joke to you, innit? Stealing drugs.
What? Shooting a boy in the middle of the street. Not the best thing to do, wouldn't you say?
What? You saw what happened. Who are you?
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you promise me to set your gun aside.
No. Look, I'm not a violent man. I'm Benjamin Palmer, doctor. And no one can help me. Not even you.
Can hear me in Discord. He left it.
What can you
We're
tell me
all
about
done
this
playing
place?
Among
Nothing.
Us.
You don't have... You mean you...
Yeah.
I am talking to him now, lol.
It just, I don't know what happened.
Join party.
Whatever the boy...
I swear on...
Do you know Nurse Dorothy?
Funny, I'll be...
Really?
worried.
I have found a very interesting letter.
So we can
Your
talk.
son planned to prove your medicine.
Oh, I see. So the little bugger thought he could use his dad to build a reputation.
The gang's recruiter was dead when I found him. Perhaps you should take better care of your son.
I love my Albert, sir. Believe me. It's just...
Why are you sad?
I'm an arsehole, I suppose. Anyway, thanks for...
Can you join it?
I know. It sucks.
A gun, alcohol, and a bad temper make a terrible cocktail, sir. Goodbye.
Hmm?
Proven by many. Even the flu is...
Okay, what do you want to watch?
Good evening, miss.
Good evening, sir. Are you interested in a miraculous cure?
Actually...
Then you...
Oh.
Ah!
Made someone?
Who intrigues you most in White?
Okay.
The region itself is something to see, but I would say Camellia the mute florist who gives away her flowers.
What
Most
is that?
She saw you what?
Do you know?
Join
Nurse
our
Dorothy
party,
Crane?
just you and me.
I'd like.
I don't like
competition.
Never met.
I'd like to see what kind.
I thought you said you were gonna do Made Some.
Can you, Alex?
Hmm. It was good. Yeah.
I cannot enter.
I could get something working. Everything would be better. The wet boots will be me. I'll not die in some...
Are you all right?
The bastard hit the wall next to me. I don't even know if he meant to miss.
If you've been hurt, I can help you. I'm a doctor.
Name's Albert. Remember it. Now bugger off.
What happened? Did you really steal that man's medication?
Hey, I didn't do anything. It ain't me.
Medication and drugs are a rare commodity in East London. So you picked an easy target, didn't you?
Sod off, mister. You ain't got no clue what's going on here. Bastard was a soldier in the war, so now he's got the right to shoot me.
It's true. I'm not familiar with this part of town. Perhaps you could help me.
I said sod off. Go find yourself...
Me too.
Do you know Nurse...
Never heard.
Goodbye, young man.
I won't end up another drunk arse.
How are you, boy?
I'm not your...
Goodbye, young man.
Me? I'll not die in some piss-stinking alley reeking worse than a week-old lavvy.
How
I'm not...
Good evening, Benjamin. Can I...
I'm afraid...
A gun, alcohol, and a bad temper make a terrible cocktail, sir.
Me? I'll not die in some piss-stinking alley reeking worse than a week-old lavvy.
How are you, boy?
I'm not your boy.
Lol sniper.
His effectiveness has
Not now. Not me, please. I'll be good.
You got this, baby.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Its effectiveness has been proven by many. Even
Good evening.
Dude, I just need the XP. I just need to be stronger, that's it. And that's why I'm doing this. What happened to Albert's body? Whatever, this guy's gonna die in the same place, so.
I'm not afraid anymore. I died in this trench a long time ago.
Alright.
What do you want? Leave me alone.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I'm looking for Nurse Dorothy Crane.
There is no Dorothy Crane here. Now goodbye.
I'm afraid this medical leaflet says the opposite, sir.
Really? Well, I'm afraid I'm going to close this door right now. Go bother someone else, Mr. Doctor.
To enter that house, I must discover who this man really is. Maybe I could start by observing what... I must insist, sir. Please let me see Nurse Crane.
I have no time for you, sir. strange man was at the door with a pass for our medical facility. I refused him entry.
Darius, how could you know he didn't need our help?
His clothes were too finely tailored to be from Whitechapel.
Perhaps just a friend of that stray poet who is always about.
Richard Nethercott? No, not of the same cloth, this man. I suspect some machination from that journalist.
Clayton Darby. Is he still asking questions?
Yes. I saw him drifting around St. Mary's Church. I swear he is tracking me just downwind.
It's locked.
Wait a minute. Okay, good. These two don't know anyone. She's probably connected with this guy. He's connected with this and that. This one, I don't know. It's her, I don't know. It's another place.
I must talk to that journalist or the poet. They must know about Darius. Nearby the church they just mentioned.
Come on, take a look. Don't be afraid.
I can't kill him. He's a merchant.
Welcome, sir. Please, take a browse of my wares.
I am Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Doctor? Interesting. I'm Barrett Lewis.
How is business around here?
Business? I have no business. Between this racket, theft, and customers getting scared, I'm losing money every day.
I see.
It's no secret.
These two are connected to him.
As a merchant, you see Whitechapel every day.
What do you mean,
Violence is increasing in the borough.
Yeah. A few nights.
Where did
In the clothes.
Have you been hurt?
No, but that's only because I ran like hell.
Have you heard of a nurse called...
Nurse Crane? So the bitch really is a nurse, then? Always thought...
Yes, she's a nurse. And quite a good one. What did she...
Dorothy Crane ain't even a real name.
That doesn't explain why she irritates you so...
Your precious Nurse Crane.
Dorothy gives away drugs and medicine for free.
Right then. Show me what you... Excuse me, sir. I have a few questions.
Another Jew?
I'm not a
doctor.
Really?
I'm Joe Pete.
May I... According to this part...
Totally.
How did you become the local bully everyone is...
There's no pride in roughing up poor bastards.
But this is the only job I've found. And it pays well, too.
So you're racketeering for...
I got enlisted by...
Most people don't become thugs when unemployed. This is a choice you made.
I don't care what you think, sir.
I'm not sure...
Oh, do you really...
Have you heard...
Dorothy,
could you please...
He's a nice...
Goodbye, Mr. Pete.
Excuse me, sir. Are you familiar with this...
Sorry.
Dr. Rick...
I heard you're investigating an underground medical dispensary in Whitechapel. What do you know about it?
Not much, I'm afraid.
I'm a doctor, Mr. Darby. I care about everything involving public health and this epidemic.
Are you sure you're not just concerned about the repercussions that a scandal involving a...
Without a doubt.
I don't know...
He never goes out.
No. A few days ago, he unexpectedly did. I followed him, but it was just a ruse to keep me away from his house.
Really?
He went to the nearest mailbox, but just before posting his letter, he ripped it up and threw it away.
He has no relative?
No.
Where can I...
He spends...
What is... I served in France. Art...
Sir.
What is it?
He goes... Not...
So you...
What?
Have you any...
I've had to...
That science... Goodbye, Mr. Duff.
Good evening.
Do you need assistance?
That would be nice of you, Doctor. Who knows what I may have caught during my investigation.
I will see you later. Goodbye. Forgive my interruption.
Do not apologize, my son.
I am...
Son?
What do you mean?
Oh,
quite a...
Are you?
Well, I suppose I can spare a few minutes listening to your so-called...
As a doctor, you must be aware of the death of...
What do you mean?
The beast.
Really?
We must fight the disease.
What is left?
Cleansing fire.
Tell me, Tobias, what exactly is your plan concerning the cleansing of this city?
God will recognize his own. More than once.
Science and progress are our only hope against...
See, Doctor? Now you acknowledge the presence of evil within the...
I don't understand what I did wrong. What did I do wrong with the preach? Because I said science was better? I don't know, I'm not feeling this because he fucking didn't like my opinion. If this doesn't work, then it sucks. What are you watching?
Joe, please, I don't have your money. Come on, Barrett, you can change your paper. Just look the other way this week, Joe. Come on, we can sort it out.
Hello, young man. I'm Dr. Reed, and I would like...
Sorry, no, sir. My father does not like me.
Your father is worried about you, boy. He asked me to...
So my father actually worries about me then? Even my dreams are soaked with glue.
So, may I...
I'm not bothered.
How do you...
My father...
Forgive my...
Why should...
I'm sure your father did his best when he found this house. Times are...
That's exactly what my father says. Harry,
If life here is so terrible for you, why don't you just leave this place? Have you ever spoken to your father?
I don't go outside.
So that's why you stay at home?
I'm not afraid.
Your father and Mr. Lewis used to be good friends. What happened, Harry?
I was young then. I don't remember.
Have you tried...
I don't...
But...
I'm
Do you know no...
Yes.
Goodbye, young man. So, may I ask you a few questions?
I'm not bothered. What?
Do you need any medical help, young man?
Yes, I do. I feel so tired. I don't know if it's...
Goodbye.
Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
It's locked, all right.
Fancy buying something, sir?
You never lose your focus, do you? Joe Peterson. He's the villain here, isn't he?
I've known Joe for years. What a loss of...
Without making excuses for him.
We've all had some rough times, ain't we?
And no one has ever stood up.
Nobody would be fool enough to...
Joe Peterson.
I've known Joe for years.
What do you know of Harry Peterson? The boy seems so fragile. Not like his...
Harry's a good boy, but he spends most of his time complaining.
What troubles him?
Despite being his father's son, almost everything, I think. He never wanted to come to Whitechapel in the first place.
Right then. Show me...
You are blinded
Good
by
evening,
your
Doc.
false faith.
Goodbye, Mr.
The true horror around you.
Good evening, Miss.
It's Father Whittaker, my son.
What?
Or
Quite.
you.
Well,
As
what do
the beast. We
What?
cleanse.
Tell me to
God.
Purification by fire has proved useful, but where do you stop? Burn the clothes? The buildings? The corpse?
Your lack of faith is predictable.
You're mad. And dangerous. You're nothing but a soulless...
My son, if you think salvation is a free gift...
Joseph...
Vicar Lara...
What do you mean?
Or
quite a job.
You...
Well,
As
what...
What cleansing?
What do you mean when you say...
Or
quite... I am. What do you mean when you say...
Or
quite a...
you...
Well, I suppose...
As a doctor...
What do you mean?
The beast is fine.
I have heard enough. Good evening.
It's far.
Do you...
I don't...
Why do you... Before... So...
No.
Have you any...
No.
You said...
As a...
I have heard an... Good evening, sir.
Please be...
Really?
I'm a poet.
May I ask you...
Extraordinary part of...
What can you tell me?
Darius Petre...
Not interested.
Darius...
I'm looking for...
Don...
If...
But I know what it had. What do you remember? Peaceful. That's quite most people. But if well, not. Tell the in the if such vivid. Oh yes, the poignant distress. What can you tell me about? Not much. And perhaps one. I'll leave you. Good evening, miss. I know you understand what I'm saying. Your silence has nothing to do with you being mute, does it? Tell me about Richard Nithercott. I understand he is quite fond of you, Camellia. Very well. Camellia, I know you work for Dorothy Crane. Please tell me about her secret dispensary. A stubborn and mute comrade. Nurse Crane and Darius Petrescu have been clever. Very well. The content of Darius' letter to his children could give me more leverage to enter. Darius is a bit less of a mystery now. It should not be that difficult to incite him to let me in.
Don't be shy, handsome. What can...
I'm not looking for what you're selling.
All right, then.
Christina, have you been examined? The epidemic is spreading fast in London.
I don't like doctors or hospitals, but
You...
And if it...
Do you need any assistance, Miss Popper?
It depends on the price of your med...
I will see you later. Clayton Darby claims he will expose the crisis in Whitechapel to all of London.
I believe Clayton's... I've seen...
What?
How...
Do you know... you...
Dorothy...
Tell me about it. I have no in...
Short story. The war, exile, and England.
I always thought I was the master of my own fate. But now I know we don't always have control over our lives. I don't judge you.
You know, this money is not only for me. I have good reasons to need this money quickly, but it is not your...
Goodbye, miss. Take care of yourself as best you can. Good.
What?
You could... Harry doesn't seem...
I've always put my son's interests above everything else.
You really love your son.
He's my It's no one... Own...
Have you heard... Could you... Goodbye. Mr. Petrescu, just 1 minute, please.
You again. Go away.
Sir, wait. Stop this nonsense. I know Nurse Crane is here. Shall we speak man to man, you and I?
All right. Speak up.
Don't you see we're on the same side? We fight to help the poor, sick, and abandoned.
I'm nothing like you, Mr. Potter.
Yes, you are. You too believe in providing medical care without charge. You know what we have to sacrifice to make the world a better place.
I have to admit your words have conviction. All right, I'll let you see, Dorothy.
It's locked.
If you want to talk to Dorothy...
We've not been formally introduced.
I am Darius.
So Dorothy,
like me,
she seems
more...
Did you refuse to publish Richard Nethercott's previous...
Yes, his manuscript...
You could have told him so.
As a great writer recently said, politeness is the most acceptable
Tell me everything you know.
I do not believe in the afterlife, Doctor. Well...
Are you not...
Don't be...
Tell me everything you know.
I do not...
Tell me everything.
I do not believe in the after...
Tell me everything you...
I do not believe in the afterlife, Doctor, but I'm almost convinced Camellia is an angel. She volunteered to give out our medical leaflets.
Do you have any... This...
No.
Don't...
It...
But... How did you meet...
I'm...
You mean...
Really?
Goodbye, Miss...
into convulsions.
What do we have here, nurse?
Patient Razvan Vasily. High fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches, and head pain. Diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and salicin for the fever and discomfort. Liquids for dehydration, but he's having trouble keeping even water down.
Aspirin and salicin, you say? Why not some warm milk and a kiss on the cheek? Where are the quinine salts?
Tried buying, borrowing, even stealing. There's none to be found, Doctor.
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalp! Hand me that scalp!
What can I do, Doctor?
I need to perform a tracheostomy. Short pipe. That rubber tube will do. We're going to cut a passage for air through the neck.
Yes, Doctor. He's breathing again, but he's coughing up blood.
Internal hemorrhaging. I need to make another
Oh no,
incision
what is
into the
happening?
chest cavity to drain the fluids from the lung. Prepare another tube.
A thoracostomy. Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
You blood.
Don't question me, nurse. I need a drain. Now.
Yes, Doctor. He's still bleeding, Doctor. I'm losing his pulse.
The drain must have punctured the intercostal artery. There's too much blood.
Are you all right, Doctor?
I can't see. I must first suture the artery. Find the wound. The source of the blood.
Needle and thread, Doctor.
Good. The stitches are holding. How's he doing?
We're losing him. We've lost his pulse. He's dying, Doctor.
A dose of epinephrine, now.
Yes, Doctor.
This shit's fucking hard. How do I even know if I made the right choices? Like, what the fuck do I do if I made everything wrong?
We've lost the pulse. He's gone, Doctor.
Nurse, we did everything we could.
Truly? Everything you could? Is that how you'll report this in your log? Is this how the war went? Piling up one poor corpse beside the next?
This was not an influenza-induced seizure. I've never seen symptoms like these on the continent.
Neither have I. But the previous symptoms leading up to this attack were the same, indistinguishable from the epidemic.
No. There was something more vile in these reactions. Something primitive.
There have been numerous reports of mental breakdowns caused by the fever that accompanies the flu itself, Doctor.
Yes, but I'd best take some samples of the blood for analysis.
I doubt you're here to test my bedside manners. To what do I owe this courtesy?
It's locked.
I suspect it was more than intuition alone that led you to us. So, how might I be of service, Dr. Reed?
Your heart might be in the right place, but you can't carry on with this blackmail. For God's sake, Dorothy, it's extortion. It's a serious crime.
Doctor, you think your warnings scare me? I've stolen and plied, blackmailed and lied, but what else am I to do? I'm all these people have.
You've convinced me of the sincerity of your actions and their noble justifications. But all the same, blackmail is a crime, and it will stop, Nurse Crane.
So, are you going to turn me over to the authorities?
Listen very carefully, Dorothy. You will erase from your memory everything you pretend to know about Lady Ashbury and Pembroke Hospital.
Let that rich bitch off the hook over my dead
Nurse
body.
Crane, enough. Listen as if your life depended on every word. I know you've a generous heart who gives freely to those in need, but you shall walk away from the shadier streets of your business.
I will never abandon...
Dorothy, the discussion has come to a close. Your clandestine activities in the Resistance are over. Let it go.
I'll let it go. Yes. All gone.
It's locked, all right.
Oh, this one stinks already.
Hello, Mr. Petrescu.
Hello, Dr. Reed. Yes?
Tell me everything.
I do not be...
Who is she? You say she had...
Well...
Are you...
Don't be...
Goodbye. This is despicable. I can't believe I'm doing this. I have this thirst for blood. Good evening, Christina.
Change your mind, Mr. Reed?
Do you need any assistance, Miss Popper?
It depends on the price.
I am shocked that you would think I am that sort of man.
Forgive my suspicion. I'm so used to liars with good manners. Thank you, sir.
Goodbye, miss. Take care of yourself as best you...
Good evening, Doctor.
Do you need assistance?
That would be nice.
I will... Goodbye.
There is something going on in this district.
Good evening, Mr. And good evening. Do you need medical... It may be... I have been... You know... When she was younger, my parents... You seem... Someday... Did not... That... I'll leave you...
of the Lord
He's a killer!
is not a place for you, sir.
This is despicable. I can't believe I'm doing this. This is despicable. Human blood. Whoever left these marks did so deliberately.
Kill it, boys! Burn it, boys!
Good evening, Milton.
Good. Wise choice.
So lucky to have Dr. Reed, you know. I met him in New York once.
If only there were more of us, with less resignation and more determination.
I would ask you to avert your eyes, sir. Or did you not know it was rude to stare?
I knew it.
Speak up, Dr. Reed. I like a man who speaks his mind.
Hiding your true appetites behind a facade of compassion. Bravo. Very clever indeed.
Spare me your sarcasm, Jonathan. You are but newly born in this world.
We are vampires. We live by leeching the blood from weaker prey. We are Darwin's next chapter, his cynical and perhaps ultimate expression.
The situation is somewhat awkward nonetheless. I have not been observed sustaining myself for many decades. I have to say I'm a trifle embarrassed.
Anyway, I have concluded my inquiries concerning your blackmailer.
I see. Please excuse my agitated state. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't let anyone see me in this condition.
The case is closed, your ladyship. The person who took advantage of you has, shall we say, seen the error of her ways.
So who was it?
My lady, the blackmailer was dealt with using the utmost discretion. The culprit's identity is of no relevance.
Thank you, Jonathan. That is exactly what I needed from you. You have proven your loyalty, so, as a friend, please accept this small token of my appreciation.
Thank you, my lady.
If you have an inclination to learn more about vampires or your current situation, I will be glad to aid you in your quest for knowledge.
Why does Dr. Swansea allow you to feed on the patients of the hospital?
Dr. Swansea is a good and compassionate man. He is trying to find a solution for our hunger. Until that happens, he is clever enough to understand that I only feed upon the dying.
And
as you...
What do you know about this Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole?
The Brotherhood is well known amongst London vampire society. As long as our kind is discreet, and as long as they do not interfere, we have come to a mutual understanding.
Why did you save me in the canning factory?
I could hardly stand by and watch such a promising young blood as yourself be torn to shreds by some gutter scowl.
What type of vampire is a Scar?
Not a true vampire. The deformed offspring of lesser vampires. It is a shame these creatures run wild, slaves to their baser instincts.
William Bishop wasn't the vampire that created me, then?
No, Jonathan. Whatever their strength and demeanor, Skulls are the progeny of careless vampires. It cannot be the other way round.
I know this is beyond the pale, but may I inquire your age?
Really? And I thought you were gentlemen. If you must know, I'm 27. I've been 27 for a long time now, and 27 I shall remain.
And who bestowed upon you this eternal youth?
My maker. He left this isle a long time ago.
Very well. But I believe there is more to this than you are saying.
A lady has to have some secrets.
I've been away from London and England for 3 years. This isn't the city I remember.
Things have gone from bad to worse here, Jonathan. I've lived in this city for a long time, and I've never seen it like this.
What is it you fear?
Fear has long since flown this form. But there is something malevolent circling us. I feel fear is merely waiting in the wings.
The Spanish flu has hit London that bad?
Yes, but it's not just that. I've heard things. Things I've not heard for a very, very long time. There are whispers in the shadows. Something far worse than the Spanish flu is here in the city.
Are there many vampires here in London?
Immortals are of a rare breed, and we often tend to hide. But you may occasionally meet some of us at night.
Will they all be as affable as you, my lady?
I do not see why not. But remember, even the shark smiles before he bites.
That sounds like a lesson from experience.
Vampire politics are as intricate and sometimes tedious as a game of chess in a gentleman's club. I've learned from experience it is best to decline to play.
Do you know any of them? Have you an idea of the identity of the vampire who attacked me?
You mean your maker? No, Jonathan, I have no clue. But I fear he or she is as careless as cruel. To let you discover your new condition by yourself.
What do you mean?
Every now and then, you may discover an immortal in the deep of the night. But we are a rare and reclusive breed. Our progeny is almost never accidental.
When I awoke, changed, I was chased and attacked by vampire hunters. Prepared and well-trained.
Though I can't be certain, more than likely it was the once glorious Guard of Priwen.
You make them sound like some sort of cult.
More a society. And like all the best ones, a secret society. I thought them almost gone, but it seemed they have been recruiting.
Once glorious, but still dangerous.
They have seen better days, but all fanatics are dangerous. You would be wise to stay clear. They are sworn to destroy our kind.
A vampire? Is that what I am? What we are?
Such a crude word, defined by penny dreadfuls and drunken hacks. No. You are now an Ekon, and that you shall remain.
So we are Ekons. How can I identify us amongst other vampires?
How to put it? All Ekon are vampires. But all vampires are not Ekon. We are but a branch of the immortal tree.
Are you an Ekon too?
Yes, I am. We are the closest thing to what man refers to as vampires. Forget what you think you know about us.
I've been hearing a voice talking in my head. Is this some kind of insanity? It feels like the voice of the vampire that created me.
Hush. Tell no one this. It would be unwise to talk of such things amongst British immortals. Speak no more of your maker.
Excuse my forwardness, but are you my maker?
Me? Goodness, no. Only a foolish immortal would create a progeny without taking precaution, and I'm no fool.
How could this cause offense?
Only the powerful immortals can mentally call to their progeny. No vampire or hunter will sleep easy, knowing that an unidentified elder is stalking the streets of London.
I don't understand. Why was I created and then left for dead?
That is a question only the one who made you can answer. It's not normal practice. I doubt even if you find him, he will answer you, considering how cruelly he treated you.
I'd like to avoid creating another vampire by mistake anyway. Tell me, how is it done?
The process is dangerous. It could even kill your potential progeny. If you did decide to sire an offspring, they must drink of your blood, Jonathan.
So me being a vampire could have been a mistake.
I very much doubt it, Jonathan. Contrary to the legends, it is not as simple to make another vampire by just biting someone.
I bid you farewell, for now, my lady. I must quickly analyze the blood I took from Nurse Crane's patient.
Safer here than anywhere else in the East End.
Good evening.
Good evening,
I'd like...
Wise choice, Doctor.
Razvan Vasily was infected by Spanish flu, but also has the highly unstable blood of the Scows. Is the London vampire epidemic transmitted through the flu? I should talk to Dr. Swan.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doc.
I'd like to...
Wise choice, Doctor.
Evening, Edgar. Could I get your professional opinion?
Please speak. But I have something important to tell you.
This strain of flu, it's very different from the one I saw in Europe. It's downright peculiar.
Really? What makes you say that?
I've just looked at the blood of one of our recently deceased.
I see. Do you have anything more to go on?
This disease spreads and looks like the Spanish flu, but its effects differ greatly. The London strain is different from the continental one.
This is very interesting. Did you find something else?
Yes. Unlike the flu, the infected begin to show an increase in outwardly aggressive behavior. More than simple agitation. Once docile people become violent.
You mean like rabies? Is there a chance we could create a vaccine, Jonathan, like Pasteur? By the stove, that would be smashing.
There's a lot we're not seeing here. But it is spreading, and quickly. If we don't act, the whole city could be lost.
But Jonathan, we've a fantastic opportunity sitting right here in front of us. A weapon of choice.
What on earth do you mean?
Why, you, my dear boy. With your expertise and your blood, we could isolate the properties that course through your veins. Think about the possibilities.
I admit it did occur to me. Blood seems to be the common factor in all of this.
I totally agree. We're in uncharted territory here. Maybe it's just wishful thinking, but imagine the possibilities.
We'll discuss this more later. Thank you for your time.
No, thank you, Jonathan. But as I said, I needed to talk to you. I have some rather bad news.
Yes?
I'm afraid it's your sister.
My sister?
She's to be buried this evening at Whitechapel Cemetery. Your mother published the obituary this morning.
I see.
I'm sorry, Jonathan. Please accept my condolences.
I need to talk to you, Edgar.
Please do so.
Do you know anything about the vampire hunters in the East End?
Without a doubt, it's the Guard of Priwen. Zealots to the last man.
They're definitely well organized and equipped.
They're extremely dangerous, not to be trifled with. To them, you're a feral beast, and I, your accomplice.
Where do they come from?
Once they shared the Brotherhood's ideology on non-intervention, but they concluded vampires were a scourge.
So you manage a hospital financed by a vampire?
Yes. Pembroke was founded by Lady Ashbury. She's also our largest donor.
If I may inquire, how did you meet her?
Well, Jonathan, she sought me out and offered me the position. It's been a very profitable partnership for both parties.
A convenient yet expensive way to have a fresh supply of blood on hand, day and night, don't you think?
All vampires drink blood by nature. Me, I praise the lady's exemplary moral fiber.
Nurse Crane will not be returning to Pembroke Hospital.
Oh, really? Did something happen? She seems such a very capable woman.
She was blackmailing Lady Ashbury. Thought she was murdering patients as some sick upper-class game.
Nurse Crane was playing a dangerous game. She's lucky Lady Ashbury abhors violence.
We'll talk later.